I got to tell you something. I've been covering the NBA for about 25 years. I don't know if I've ever been more excited about an NBA season. How about you?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I like the dynasties, Stephen. I like when everybody's shooting at one team. It's been the Warriors for so long. Before that, the Heat. And so I love those type of things. But this year, as far as open competition, I think it would be very hard to predict who's going to come out of the West. Mm-hmm. And out of the East, I think everybody's thinking it's either Milwaukee or Philadelphia, but I think it's shortchanging Boston. I think they're going to be good. And I'm waiting to see which other teams develop. And I think out West, everyone's talking Los Angeles, Houston, but I think not nearly enough has been said about Utah and Denver. I'm excited to see both of those teams develop throughout the year.
Well, let's stay in the Eastern Conference for a quick second, Coach, because when you talk about Boston, here's what I think, and this is why I discount Boston. Even though they're very, very talented, Kemba Walker with Jaylen Brown, with Josh, Jason Tatum, stuff like that, my mentality is they lost Al Horford, and at the same time, Philly gained him. He's now on the same team as Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, and those guys. That's why I give Philadelphia the edge. What do you say to that?
I think Philadelphia is a very talented team, top-heavy. I think their depth has taken a hit. I think their shooting has taken a hit. I'm interested to see where they go on the perimeter during crunch time because, to me, Embiid obviously is a great player at the 5, but I think Al Horford also is more 5 than 4. And I think Tobias Harris is more 4 than 3. So I'm interested to see how all of them can mesh together along with Simmons. And not so much in the regular season, Stephen. I'm interested in the playoffs. And I think for Boston, I think you have to put them behind both Philly and Milwaukee to start the year. But I think they have the power of togetherness more this year. And I think that unity and chemistry will carry over to how they play, how they stick together through periods of adversity. I think people are sleeping on Boston. I was able to see Kemba Walker up close this summer with the World Cup team. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, obviously everybody knows about his talent, his handle, his scoring ability. But this is one of the highest quality athletes that we have in any sport. And he is going to be a tremendous, quiet leader for this Boston Celtic team. He leads by example, doing the right thing every day.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to ask you, what would you dissect as being the difference between what he's going to bring Boston and what Boston didn't have with Kyrie Irving?
No, I think game-wise, I'm sure there's similarities. I think personality-wise, I think Kemba's probably a lot more soft-spoken. But I think don't take that for not being a great competitor and a clutch shot maker. He's been playing out of the limelight in Charlotte for a long period of time. But I watched them when Steve Clifford was their coach regularly because Steve and I worked together at the Knicks. And this guy was a big game player, a big shot maker, a terrific competitor, takes charges. He's undersized, but he's dynamic, he's explosive, and like I said before, he just does the right thing day after day, which is a tremendous leadership approach.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.